Hello and welcome to part 2 of Let's Play X-Men Legends. I leveled up off screen. Cyclops, our boy, leveled up last time. We're still on the first level. Not even the tutorial yet, really. We're it's the prologue, if anything. The abstract. Me and Cyclops, Wolverine and Cyclops. I don't know why I'm calling myself Wolverine. That doesn't add up. Saving Alison Cressmere from the Brotherhood. It will likely amount to a great. I shouldn't have jumped down there. Damn it! That was like a one-way jump, and there was stuff to collect back up there. I suspect. Well, it's gone forever. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing. You know, whilst I can lose stuff forever, I can't really use words. Also, this appears to be a dead end. Ah, there we are. There is a map available, but I seem to remember it being less helpful than you want it to be. Fuck you. See that? I preemptively threw shit at him. Ah, yeah. You fool. You can't fight me. I'm the Wolverine. I'm the best there is at some stuff. Danger Room Disc. Teamwork 101. Oh yeah, that's it. So Danger Room Discs. They give you missions to do in the Danger Room. Which give you like tangible rewards that are worth doing. But the character ones are the ones you really want to do. They unlock good stuff for the specific characters. And I think there might be a bit of story to them as well, possibly. A lot of variety in what these enemies can say, isn't there? Mostly it's the game's over, X-Men. You don't stand a chance, X-Men.
You're lucky you're still breathing.
We're in a weird place with X-Men films right now where it almost feels like they're finally going to start doing proper spin-offs and not just Wolverine or Wolverine and Friends. Well, I'm talking about Deadpool, obviously. But then suddenly, like, the main series X-Men, they do Apocalypse and it's just awful. Awful. It's awful. Yep, this is the X-Jet. It looks quite cool in this. Not really a choice there, is it? Enter the X-Jet. Can't say no to that. Literally can't say no. Great job, but your work isn't done yet. I think they say that at the end of every mission. It's sort of an ongoing joke.
Allison, it's okay.
Things were fine until
Where were these guys during the mission?
mad at my little brother and suddenly
Colossus,
the ground started
Iceman,
I knew
Storm.
it was my fault, but I didn't want it.
I'm not sure who's up the front
Your
there.
powers are becoming active, which
Things have only gotten worse. That lava in the street, I made it happen. I'm becoming
That's
a
Beast.
mutant.
That's why he's
nothing
blue.
wrong with.
And that woman?
Is it
She
Beast?
was
Is
gonna
Beast
make me
in
join
Yeah, it's
something
Beast.
called
Beast
the
is in this.
Brotherhood. She could come after me again. Anytime.
Allison, you couldn't be in safer hands.
As I said in the last episode, the graphical style very rough up close in those little bits. There aren't many of them, so it's not the worst. In this is a cutscene. These look fine. Bit rough around the edges now, but mostly fine. At the time, they looked. Who the fuck's that gimp? He looks like Mr. Incredible's like slightly thinner brother.
I'd like you to meet Alison Crestmere.
You do get to play as Xavier, can
Welcome to the
confirm.
Institute. How are you?
A little confused, but I'm okay.
That's understandable. Perhaps Jean could take you on a tour of the mansion. Or would you prefer that I show you the true purpose of the Institute in the sub-basement?
Yeah, Jean, show me around.
It would be my pleasure. As you move from room to room, I'll give you a little info.
Once you're done with Jean's tour, come back here.
Lead the way after.
This is actually a very nice little thing they do here where you just get to dick around in the X-Men mansion for a bit.
This house
The Xavier Mansion is owned by Professor Charles Xavier.
looks.
Oh, it's
You know what we'll do is because there's not a lot of action in this, I'll go through and do everything because you get XP and stuff, and I'll leave in any highlights that appear. I don't think there'll be any, but
Thanks.
yeah, we'll see.
The students receive a full curriculum in math, history, physics, and a wide variety of other topics.
Maths, history, and physics. Not science, physics. Surely biology would be more useful. Look, it's one of those TVs that you only get in classrooms. It's in a very, very odd looking console though. By console I mean cabinet, of course. It's a really weird classroom actually. They got a massive blackboard and a globe. The teacher doesn't really get a desk or anything. And there's room for, what, 2, 4, 6, 8 students, and 2 of them have to look, you know, the wrong way. There's more room for students in this room than the actual classroom, the one classroom at this supposed school. I like Scott's room in this. It's just sort of generic, preppy, isn't it? There's car pictures on the wall. An X for expansion, I'm guessing, on the bed. Just sort of generic, nondescript. Whose room is this? What do we see? A lamp. Basically nothing.
This is my bedroom.
Yep, Jean.
I've lived here off and on since I was a teenager. The X-Mansion is pretty much the only real home I've ever known.
Bullshit. Jean Grey's parents, I believe they're doctors, and they're kind of alright to start off with. They get a bit arsey at the end. This my room?
This is your room, Allison.
Yep.
If you want it.
I'm not sure if I want to learn about them.
But Alice...
Yeah. She's one of those gets superpowers and wants to just sort of ignore them and suppress them types. You know,
this is
women.
Hank McCoy's room. We call him Beast,
The Beast.
but not as an insult. You'll find out why when you meet him. To look at him, you'd never guess he was such...
That's such a dick move that they call him Beast. Even back before he went all blue and hairy, and he was just, you know, big-handed. Review load screens. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? Look at the loading screens. Not gonna lie, I do have memories of having done that in the past. Now that I've said it aloud, it's quite funny. Eventually, you unlock Allison here as an actual X-Man. You can play as. I'm seeing Hearts. I'm seeing Cutesy. Do we think Jubilee? Is she in
This
this?
is Rogue's room.
Oh, it's Rogue.
She's a bit of a wild child.
Never would have guessed
She
Rogue.
tends to get into trouble.
Well, Rogue did a few questionable things before joining the...
If you don't mind me.
It's a bit complicated.
Yeah, we all know what Rogue can do. She can't touch people. Flowers. This is Storm's room. Better Storm.
Aurora Monroe lives here. Her
Yeah,
mutant abilities
Storm.
allow her to
Knew
control
it.
the weather, which comes in handy with her favorite pastime, gardening. Her code name is Storm.
Yeah, she controls the weather. Everyone knows that. On and off leader. Okay, I'm seeing a very messy room. There's a woman on the wall. I'm thinking Iceman. Yeah, it's got to be Iceman, hasn't it?
Bobby Drake stays here.
Knew it.
His code name is Iceman.
Let me guess. He makes ice.
He can freeze almost any object.
Yeah, he's basically the most powerful member of the X-Men, aside from Jean. Now, they don't like to say it, but he's an Omega level mutant. Right, this is another messy room. Canadian flag, Wolverine.
This room belongs to the ultimate man of mystery, Wolverine. Although he's a bit rough around the edges, Wolvie's the best. The
irony that he's the ultimate man of mystery. No one knows anything about him, but he's such a very popular comic book character that you could chart his entire history back to his inception quite easily at this point. An easel. Colossus.
This is the home of Peter Rasputin.
Nailed it. I didn't even know what she said there. Review concept art. Yeah, because Colossus is an artist. I'm sure all the X-Men are supposed to appear at some point. Play the X-Men trivia game. Yes, you get XP for this. Rogue had once been romantically involved with which evil mutant? Well, everyone knows that. It's, damn it, Magneto. Does that count? The address for the X-Mansion is Greymalkin Lane. Knew it. Of these characters, which was the first X-Man? Well, it's Cyclops. We've already been told that. Who isn't a member of the Brotherhood? Toad, Mystique, Gateway is Gateway. Name the machine Xavier uses to augment his psychic powers. I will point out that if you go around and talk to everyone, you learn all the answers to these, but it's more fun just to do it immediately, isn't it? It's Cerebro. Fix with 2x. Why can't Cyclops control his optic blasts? Head trauma suffered as a child. Due to the build-up of power, he didn't receive training as a child. He ingested a poison as a teenager. Xavier is still unsure. Realistically, it is that one, but it's head trauma. He was in a plane crash, maybe? Gambit's father trained him to be a thief, a ninja, a plumber, a boxer, a cryptologist. A thief. Or as Gambit would say, a thief. Nightcrawler is originally from Germany. Although I've got it in my head that he's Australian. Not Australian. Austrian, sorry. Yeah. When Jean Grey is overwhelmed by her powers, she becomes the Phoenix. She becomes Dazzler. The 80s firework bitch. Who is Cyclops' brother? Havoc. Also, Vulcan. Moira McTaggart runs what facility? The HARP, Area 51, Mutant Research Center on Muir Island. Asteroid M is Muir Island. Who is not truly a mutant? Juggernaut. Everyone knows that, surely. Wolverine was forced to slay the father of the woman he loved. What was the father's name? Intriguing. I think it's one of these two, but I can't really remember, to be honest. Feels like it should have a full name, though. Ah, it was miles away. Genuinely wasn't sure about that one. Cyclops' father was leader of which group? The Starjammers. Who developed Sentinels as a deterrent to mutants? Sebastian Shaw. He bankrolls it in the end. Amal Farouk, Black Tom Cassidy, James MacDonald Hudson, Boulevard Trask, played by Peter Dinklage, and also a random black man in a different film, but he didn't get recast. The original X-Men went to the Coffee A Go-Go to listen to a beatnik known as... right. The trick here is, even though I don't know it, Kurt Wagner is Nightcrawler, Mikhail Rasputin is Colossus' brother, Cameron Hodge is an anti-mutant dick. I'm pretty sure it's Bernard the Poet. Yeah. From a comic in the 60s, no less, which I have read, actually. Magneto's outer space base, Asteroid M, has also been referred to as Avalon, Camelot, Plan 9 from outer space, the Inner Sanctum, Genosha. I think it's Avalon. Yeah. Who wears a helmet to protect against psionic attacks? It's Juggernaut, but also Magneto, but Juggernaut. The metal bonded to Wolverine's bones is carbon steel, polyiron alloy, adamantium, tungsten. I require tungsten, which is a code name for Kitty Pryde. It's Shadowcat, but also Sprite. Yeah. Toad's real name is Mortimer Toynbee. Yeah. It's not. There's different Toads. Todd Talansky is one. Aside from being a powerful teleport, Emma Frost can also turn into diamonds. The weird one, that isn't it? Moira's son, Kevin McTaggart, was also known as Proteus. For a short time, Jean Grey was a member of the Hellfire Club. Yep. Kind of a trick one, that. Which X-Man is immune to Rogue's powers? This one kind of goes in and out of fashion. It's Gambit. Fuck off. It's Gambit. I don't know. Apparently Colossus, but I don't know where that came from. I don't think that's true, if I'm honest. Storm's biggest fear is enclosed spaces. Who in this group is a mutant? Senator Robert Kelly? Moira McTaggart? Juggernaut? It's Bobby Drake. Though it's debatable with Kelly. What is the Xavier Protocol? Files listing the secret passwords, top secret scenarios, security codes. It's either this one or this one. I think it's to destroy the mansion. I got it wrong. Professor Xavier built Cerebro with the aid of, well, it's Beast. The answer is actually Beast, but in this it's Magneto. That's a debatable one. Forge is a member of which Native American tribe? Yep, KN. Kind of knew that. The comic book X-Men #1 featured the X-Men and Magneto appeared in... I know it was the 60s, which gives us 3 of these. I feel like it was 1967. Ah, 63. I was miles out. Who is next in line to lead the X-Men? It's Storm. It's always Storm. Everyone knows that. Psylocke is from... Well, that's a trick one. Because Psylocke is originally English, but she had her mind put into the body of a Japanese ninja. So, where do you go from that? England or Japan? Where did Jubilee live for a short time? A shopping mall. It's hard to say that word with an English accent. Cyclops derives the energy from the sun. Comes and goes, whether that's true. Shadow King, he was known as Amal Farouk. Spoilers for Legion in there. If you, well, not really, is it? The Morlocks took their name from their first leader, underground race in The Time Machine. I've read The Time Machine. It's a good book. Worth reading. It's very short. Gambit's power is the ability to... That one. It's that one. This is a lot longer than I first realised, but I'm kind of in it now, aren't I? Jubilee is the unofficial sidekick of Wolverine. Because Wolverine likes taking young women under his wing, but not in a weird way. Unless they're Japanese, except for armour. Against her will, Psylocke's mind was transferred into the body of a ninja. Yeah. We've been over this. It was confusing. Juggernaut received his fantastical powers from the Gem of Cyttorak. It's quite good. The different answers are backstories to other people. That's why I like the answers to all of these. They're other things. It's nice. I like it. A nickname for Cyclops is Slim. I think they also call him Red. No, someone else is Red. Sabretooth and Wolverine worked together during covert operations for the CIA and Weapon X. Yeah. I thought it could be Alpha Flight for a minute there. Kitty Pryde has a pet dragon named Lockheed. Yeah. They drop that quite a lot, the old magic dragon. One name Mystique goes by is Raven Darkholm. Gyrek. One of Sturm's favourite hobbies is gardening. We know that. We've been over that. In addition to Wolverine, who has been an experiment of the Weapon X program? Sabretooth. Again, there was an earlier question. When did Colossus first tractor, stopping runaway tractor? Didn't even read it. First 5 members of the X-Men were Wolverine? No. Iceman, Jean Grey, Beast, Banshee and Cyclops? No. Cyclops, Iceman, Angel, Beast and Jean Grey. It's that one, yeah. Nearly got fooled by Banshee there. When do a mutant's powers normally first activate? Teenage years. Yeah. During a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse. Rogue has once been romantically involved with which... Oh, yeah. And everyone leveled up from that. It's quite good doing that. Like, you gain quite a substantial experience boost. But only if you get them right. I got most of them. I think I got about 2 or 3 wrong. So that's the whole upstairs. I think we've been mostly... Who is that weird Eggman? Robotnik. Can I get outside yet? You can. I'm not going to do it though. The grounds of this mansion are quite large but fairly empty. I think they kind of... Well, they reuse the assets a lot, so they just give you this whole area now. I'm going to use your computer. Charlie, you won't mind, will you? Alright, I'll just talk to Jean. Done with the tour.
If you're done with the tour, go
okay.
Hello, Alice.
Professor? Yes, take me to the sub-basement.
Yes, indeed. You see, a majority of this facility is underground so as not to attract the attention of those who mean ill will towards mutant kind.
He just throws that information out freely, doesn't he?
It helps prepare.
Yeah. It's got a danger room, innit? This is clearly based on
This is the war room.
Well, I was gonna say X-Men, the film. Yeah, I suppose it is. Remember in X-Men 1 where they had that weird metallic table thing that they used to plan their last mission? That was weird and never pops up again, isn't it?
With it, you can examine and activate any missions.
I'll have to take a look.
Very good. Now, would you like a tour of...
Yeah.
Thanks, but I don't need a tour.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I can just save. That's nothing. Those are elevators. They look weird. Look, other characters. There's Beast. No one gives a shit about Beast. He doesn't look that great in this. I just skipped over.
Thanks for the time.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's kind of a whole thing. They each get like Mass Effect style, like little updates on their like sort of their backstories and stuff after each mission. It's fairly pointless though. Check out the hangar. See the old X-Jet. I for one prefer the Blackbird style X-Jet, but this one's pretty cool as well. Beast built it apparently. They never really go into details about that. Again, this is later used as an actual mission, I think, somewhere. That's why this area is so big and so, quite frankly, pointless. I just need to figure out where I'm supposed to go and go there, don't I? I've lost the door. Shit. Pretty sure it was back this way. Let's chuck a map on. There we go. That doesn't help. That doesn't remotely help. Ah, it was up there. That's where I was thrown. Ah, the kind of forget about the loading. It's kind of funny. I started moving forward from cartridge-based games to sort of disc-based older games, and that is a noticeable additional step. The loading. Ah, yes. This is the prison cell where they lock prisons up every now and again. Enemy bios. Don't have to worry about that. Don't think that does anything. I specifically remember Toad being locked up there for some reason. Toad and Sabretooth are ringing a bell. Don't know why. Don't know if that actually happens or not. Ah, yes. This is the mission room. No, I don't want to start a mission. It's too late. It's too late for that. Contact Forge.
Oh, I'm not an ex. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Me?
Yeah. See ya. Beginning with your next, you can visit Forge's workshop for extraction points during the mission to buy and sell equipment for your team. Use the tech bits. Christ, I've forgotten that even existed. Weird shopping thing, which from a story point of view makes absolutely no sense, but in game it's mildly acceptable. Look, a danger room disc. Teamwork 102. Alright, let's have a look. What have I got? Ah, there's different levels. You have to get credits to level up. That's a thing I've just fucking remembered. Yeah. Christ, what a trip down memory lane this has become. I won't do them. I'll probably do a job lot of them at some point. They're quite dull. The later ones actually get quite good, but the early ones are a dreary affair. Cerebro, yeah. Don't need to see any more of that. My throat just closed up. That's alarming. Let's go start the mission. I thought there would be more to see down here than there is. Apparently there's not. I was kind of banking on the danger room.
Attention, X-Men. Meet me in the war room immediately.
Did I trigger that? Well, we get treated to a cutscene, I suspect.
With the aid of Cerebro, I've learned the Brotherhood is en route to Alaska. It appears their destination is the facility for the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, also known simply as HARP.
What would the Brotherhood want at HARP? All that facility does is study the ionosphere.
That Cyclops is what you
Fucking Scott knows just like that what it does.
Active since their attack on Allison, which can only mean something sinister is in the offing. And
Mr. Sinister.
We must thwart it before they can set back the cause of human-mutant relations.
The HARP facility, eh? This will be an excellent opportunity to test the new cloaking device I've installed on the X-Jet. It should render us completely undetectable to radar.
Excellent, Beast. You have your mission, X-Men. Godspeed.
Beast has a ponytail. Is that alright? We're gonna let that stand? A ponytail. He's already weird enough looking as it is. He's added that into the mix. I debate his sanity, to be honest. Alright. This is huge right now. We get to build the team. So I'm going to keep these two on for the bants. Fucking Bobby Drake, he's the man. He can stay. What that means is we need another brawler. Storm, she's good, but she ain't no brawler.
Storm.
Plus, she's only got those 2 outfits, which I think that's Age of Apocalypse.
Storm.
They all have that one. So we can have Beast, Jean Grey, or Rogue. I'm sort of torn between Beast and Rogue. I'm going to go Rogue, because I think she can fly in this one. Right. What looks does she have? She only got 1 look. Okay, Bobby B. Uniced. Kind of iced. Iced.
Iceman.
Gonna do that. I love making him talk. It's hilarious to me. And also, everyone's leveled up, so I'll just skip through this now. All right, the team is set. They're all stronger than ever. I've just now realised I forgot to equip them with any kind of items, but that doesn't really matter, I don't think. I haven't got that many. Something about the heart facility, yeah, they're planning it out. So, we've got Cyclops, we've seen him. Rogue, she's strong, I can tell you that. Look how far she can throw. Fucking forever. What's that? Kind of a big punch, alright. And Iceman, who's the man, he's got kind of ice punches, but the most important thing Iceman can do, and I'm kind of building up to this, aren't I, is he can do this. Yeah. He can only do it for like a second. He can ice rail. It's a thing of beauty. Alright, Rogue, pick that snowmobile up. That's it. Just keep throwing shit at him.
I'm on it.
Yeah. So I don't know what we're doing time-wise. There was a fire and Iceman put it out. Majestic. Just keep throwing shit. Nice. Optic Claw. That's a classic of the art form. But wait, wasn't there also Adamantium Claw? Oh, I don't question it. Notice how useless that map is. I feel now's the time. I'm in ice cold water. It's very disappointing. At this stage in the game, Iceman's ice beam ability can't actually freeze any enemies. Eventually it can, but at this point it slows them. Yep. Environmental interaction. That's the thing that's why I brought Iceman. He can put out fires. He can also build bridges. Very good that way. Haha. You fools.
Hey, how about a little
Guys, could you like navigate your way around that? No one is doing anything, are they? Alright, Wolverine, there's gunfire. I have no one that can deal with that. I need Colossus. My general build for the team was sort of 2 energy characters in Cyclops and Iceman, and then like your 2 brawlers, which are Wolverine, and in this case Rogue. But I don't know if she can cut the mustard. Honestly, she's half-assed in terms of brawler. Shadowcat's Touch, my first special item of the game. Who knows if it will be important. That? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to destroy Transformers apparently, and I'm slightly stuck on my environment. I forget how to get out of that sort of thing. If you can just, I think you can just leave. How's everyone doing?
I'm on it. Yeah.
Okay, no one's entirely dead at this point.
Right. Okay. Right.
You gotta stick with Wolverine. Other characters surpass him, but early on, Wolverine's kind of a big deal. It's too heavy. I specifically took Rogue because she can pick up anything. Can she fly yet? No. Can't remember how flight works in this game. I think it's incredibly underpowered. In later games, they give you proper flight abilities, but early on, not so much. It's the bridge.
Okay.
There's one more thing on the map, but I'm not sure if that's where we started from. Either way, I'm going to call it an end to the episode there, because it's been a long one. Join me next time for the bridge. I might eventually start getting these so that an episode is a level as opposed to a weird half measure, but not this day. Thanks for watching.